An hour.
No, tell me what you just said.
I want to take my Vespa to go to the food place.
That we're all going to. We're going together. You want to drive yourself on a fucking Vespa?
Cool, dude. What if we just ditch this fucker?
Oh.
No, yeah, that's fucking sick. All right, let's go.
Who the fuck says Aiden speaking? When
Yeah,
they
Aiden
pick
just
up
answered the phone just now, and he goes, "Hello, Aiden speaking." Like he's my grandfather.
My mom answers like that. She goes, "Salut, Paloma," which means hello. This is Paloma.
That's different though.
It's also that's your mom.
She's so old.
This is our young friend.
My mom is as old as Aiden.
Is that true, Aiden? Aiden, can you confirm?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry.
it's
Are
close.
you busy?
It's close.
Are you busy?
I didn't realize we had started.
Are you busy?
I'm not busy. I just didn't know that we had started.
I mean, we're always recording with
Ignore
some
him.
buffer
He's
time.
grumpy. He's silver.
I'm not grumpy, dude.
Wait, hold on.
That's
This
not
is
why
actually,
I'm.
you know what I hate that he just said that. This is not your fault, by the way. But you just said we're always recording with some buffer time, and then I said that last week, and I got roasted.
It's different at the beginning.
Pull up the clip. Pull up the clip.
Hold
Side
on.
by side.
Shut up. Sounds to be fucking assholes.
It's different at the
dude.
beginning, obviously, because you can just cut it where it starts.
Yeah,
It's
that's what I
different from
mean.
going
This
in.
was at the start last time, and
Oh,
I was
really?
like, I just like went into it because I just wanted to talk and like get warmed up, and then Nick was
Here.
like, "Oh, we started," and I was like, "Well, we just go at the beginning."
Hold on.
and
on.
then
Here's
and
the thing
then
about
I was
Aiden.
shamed for that take.
Here's the thing, Aiden. I was trying to defend him here because he was pretty much right the entire time in this interaction. However, we recorded Vice together on the Patreon. If you don't know, we have a Patreon where we do episodes. And he always just sits down, and I hand him the mic, and then he goes, "All right, question 1." And I'm like, "Bro, what?"
Bro,
I haven't turned the
you
device
know
on.
I gotta hit the circle
He's
on
done
the
it
Zoom.
like 3
I
weeks.
haven't done that one time.
Wait, are you?
Whoa.
Are
Wait,
you trolling?
Wait, where I say question 1,
You
where
just
I just
start.
hop
You
into
just
it?
start. Yeah, you just start hopping into it.
Oh yeah, I do that.
What is he talking about?
No,
Sorry,
but
no, hold on.
Dude, okay.
What was the confusion
What did
Oh,
you
from when
just
I said it, and then you repeated it?
Oh, I've never gone straight to the question. We always
That is
say
not
we
true.
always do some stuff at the intro.
You always do a little dance.
He was doing his intro stuff, not the question stuff.
not
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
funny
He's
because
saying.
this is all
It
easily
doesn't-
checked.
I want you to know that this doesn't change the problem he's describing at all. It's simply a matter of principle of like I've never gone like, all right, question 1. Like,
Yeah.
It's not true. He's lying. He's lying. But I'm not gonna argue.
Every
I can't show
episode-
you right
Every
now.
episode has an introduction.
Archie, pull up the clip.
Archie can't.
Yeah,
pull up
Archie
the
doesn't
clip.
have that.
Archie
oh, wait, this
doesn't
one. He
have
has
the
this
clip.
one.
Yeah, that's what
He
I'm
has this
saying.
one.
Archie, if we say Zipper pull it up, we need it solved now. If we say Archie pull it up, it goes to arbitration. And
Yeah.
then, and then he has
Has
to
to go
solve
to the
it.
DMV first. I'm recording now. Aiden like a psychopath. We're not even recording. We're just sitting down in these chairs, and he just goes, "All right, so the first question's from," and I'm like, "Do you think that we are recording?" And he looks over at me and he says, well, "Are we not recording?" And what made you think we were recording? We just sat down.
I'll give him this. I have started talking without us recording.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
Dan, that's crazy, bro. Everyone, welcome back to the yard, where we do
Put
a
the
podcast
phone
and we
away.
always tell the truth to our friends, starring Aiden and us. What do you guys want to talk about? I don't know.
That's another thing Zeke said a bunch when we were hanging out. He was like, put the phone away. Just quoting Aiden
Oh yeah.
from Quincy Boys.
I like anytime someone has a phone out. It's fun to hang out with the 3 of us, Aiden.
I'm looking at the topic channel.
No, you're not.
It's
You're looking
right
at your
there.
text
I'm
messages.
literally looking
It's
at
right there.
Oh, I didn't see you guys write it.
Wow.
Who wrote
That's
it?
insane that you didn't see him writing it.
I did it in
He
front
was
of you.
doing it the whole time in front of you.
You were on the phone. He was calling on the phone.
That was before that.
Dude,
Ludwig, how do you feel about the episode so far?
I
I know you get freaked out when it's not fun.
Here's the thing. I'm always on Aiden's side just
Uh-huh.
because he's always the underdog.
Okay.
But it's hard today.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
It's hard.
Aiden speaking. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
got through the first
Also,
topic.
That's just good phone etiquette.
It is Aiden. Yeah, my name's Aiden.
This is the-
and I am speaking. Yeah.
This is the McKeag residence. Who is this speaking?
Is
Who am I
that what
speaking
your
to?
dad does? Do you copy your dad when you intro?
No,
Aiden speaking.
My mom actually was the one who got me really like my parents were really hard on me as a kid about like phone manners when you answer like the home phone. So it's just like an embedded habit.
I think it's
Say,
Canadian
like,
shit.
Aiden speaking.
Well, it's also home phone shit.
Yeah. Cause like if it's a home phone, you don't know who's picking up, right? So
Right.
it's important to. It's so I think it's like a bad. It's actually a bad habit now. I've realized where if like my number leaks now and somebody just wants to fuck with me, that's maybe the worst thing I could pick up.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait. That's right. It is Aiden. Yeah, you've got my number.
No, from the yard.
Yeah, the yard.
Yeah.
From the internet.
They can actually call you back. I'm actually about to do a podcast that we do. It's me and my 4 friends.
Yeah, but I'll leave you my mailing address in case you need to get a hold of me
Dude,
another way.
I have to do the exact opposite. If I get a call from a random number, I answer and I say nothing. I'm like silent and I wait.
I do the
That's
same thing.
I wait
I
the
do the
cinema,
exact same thing.
Get us in.
and I'm like, what do you want from me?
Because
What's going on
it
here?
also weeds out the robots from the real people. Because real people go, hello.
yeah.
Yeah.
But robots just go, Ludwig? Or whatever.
Yeah.
And I've gotten that where they go Ludwig, and once I thought I could pull off like this is Jack. But
Wow.
Well, you
it
thought
was
you could
so
pull off.
bad.
You thought you could pull off. This is Jack.
Yeah.
You're also someone who's done every voice available to your entire vocal register alive
You're
on
also
stream.
talking
Jack
about
here.
it. You're talking about it like this is a common prank. Like, yeah, ding dong ditching. This is Jack. All the greats.
Yeah, the big two. They didn't get this is jacked though, so I didn't. You know.
You just open the door, the kid's running away. You're like, this is Jack. Yeah, dude.
Let's talk about you being depressed.
You want to?
Are you depressed?
Are you depressed? Why are you streaming Valorant 8 hours a day and
dude.
playing 12 hours a
Dude,
day?
you.
Okay.
Let me open this pit up real quick. You are the new best Valorant streamer in the category. It's not close.
I know.
You're like a better version of Steel.
I know.
Yeah.
Look, guys, I know. And I've taken after my spiritual father, Artosis, who is literally the same as me, except he's actually good at the game he plays. And and like I think that what I've learned is that when you freak out and get so mad at the game and people watch and wait for that to happen, they also like when you win.
Yeah.
Like, you create this bond with them where you're like, because we all want Artosis to fucking slay and stay in S rank for the rest of his life.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not going to happen because sometimes someone's going to 2-gate proxy and then fucking zealots are going to run up and stab his guys. He's going to go, fuck! You know? But the thing is, what I think is the truth is that the way I get angry, I'm not capping. I'm just letting it go, right? Like, I'm not... When I get, dude, last night at like 3 a.m., I had a Yoru, literally 0 kills.
No, we
I
watched.
saw that. I was watching.
We watched live. He went 0 and
Wait.
17.
Me and Ludwig stayed up to watch.
Isn't that crazy?
He got 0 kills and died 17 times, and they lost 4-13. And I thought to myself, because on the last round, it was almost poetic. He was the only one alive, and they literally walked in front, not trying to kill him, and he didn't get the
With
kill.
a shotgun.
So
it
I
was
think
like,
I think he was throwing.
it was probably a throw, but it was a very convincing one. Like, there was a lot of room for doubt. Anyway, and that shit happens, and I'm like, I'm not. When I get mad, I'm not capping. I'm just letting it all go. There's no filter.
It's fun for just a bit, but then it's like you stay mad and then you lose the next game, and then it's like an hour and a half of you being mad, and it's like, oh, okay.
It's also funny because, like, as a viewer who is so in tune to the universe, I was watching when Aiden walked into your room. So just really quick to paint the scenario a little in more detail. Slime is playing Valorant on stream every day. He is hard stuck silver currently, trying to get to plat. And he wears his shirt on his head, and he just basically tries his goddamn hardest and hopes his teammates are
I
good.
try really hard.
He tries really hard. I mean, I believe that.
And he usually ends up top 1, 2, sometimes 3 on the team.
And I'm at the Summit Studio this weekend, and we're sitting around at like a computer, and like 5 people are watching you play.
No way.
Yeah, I'm sitting there with a straw, and I'm like, it's like I'm showing someone a TV show that they haven't seen, but I've seen it, and I'm sitting there, and Aiden like opens the door, and I go, oh, it's gonna get bad.
No way. You saw this live?
I watched all this live, and I'm like, he shouldn't have walked in. And then like you turn around, and I see, then you die, and I'm like, yeah, it's gonna happen. and then I see Slime's face turn to like what's about to be like, you know. It's like in Dark Souls when like the power, like they telegraph what their big move is gonna be,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, I know this pattern. All right, yeah, Aiden, you're gonna want to close the door and back up. That way you don't get hit by the huge attack.
You have to dodge roll.
And yeah, you just start blowing up on Aiden, and then you ban him, and I'm in chat, and I go, hey, you missed his other account. Because I was like, he only banned the one with Asian characters. He didn't ban Calvin.
Yeah, your Valorant account.
So I was
the
like,
Valorant
hey,
account.
you're gonna want to go back and ban the other one. You missed it. And he's like,
You're
oh,
saying
okay.
removed him from my friends list.
Yeah.
Because I did ban him
sorry.
from chat.
Sorry, removed from friends list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I removed Aiden from my
Dude,
friends
and then
list.
I got banned.
Yeah, because I thought you had unbanned him.
No.
So I unmodded you and then banned
I was
you.
fucking working, doing a meeting, and I get out of the meeting, and I'm banned in Slime Chat.
I started having a lot of fun fun with this because I was like, I'm the one man he can't take down. Because I was like, I'm going to go downstairs. I have 4 computers in this house that I can unban myself
Yeah, I'm
on.
logged in on a lot of
So
computers.
I went down to Ludwig's computer first. I unbanned me, and then I typed something in chat again. Fucking instantly banned. He's like, "How the fuck did you come back?" And then Ludwig had come
figured it out.
upstairs to the kitchen, and I was like, "Ludwig, can you?
It was fun.
Can you unban me? Can
was
you
fun.
unban me again?"
So you did do it. You fucking lied to me.
on the phone.
Oh, that was later.
Oh my god.
You lied to
And then-
me.
No.
And then he unmodded Ludwig, banned Ludwig.
That's right.
And I was like, the battle's not over. And I went over to Slime's computer, and then I logged into Slime's desktop downstairs, unbanned Ludwig, unbanned me, and then remodded Ludwig.
I think the only thing I did is maybe unban him once after the dust settled. But
Oh.
he could have done it himself.
Look, guys, your one true mod, I will be banning Aiden when I see him in your chat.
Dude, here's the thing. How about you?
I only got one rider, dude. One.
Who? How about you sack up, pussy?
What are you talking
Think
about?
He did this because I opened the door and he turned around when the score was 11-12, right?
Well,
So the
yeah.
game is about to be over.
You're saying it like it's his fault. I'll say that right now.
No, it's what, the door thing?
Yeah.
I mean, the reason I opened the door was because I've done this before, and he doesn't normally look around until I say anything. Like, I can open the door, like, quietly and just peek in, like, where he's at. So that's why I thought it would be fine. But then he looked right away,
And
and then
you
he
came
died.
in with the goal of IRL spectating,
Yeah.
which I think is fair. You invite it if you are that loud. You are not allowed to be loud enough that we can hear it from other rooms and then be like,
Here's my.
He's performing.
Here's the thing.
What's he gonna do?
I think that's a good point. However, I've been being loud for like hours, right?
Uh-huh.
So why is it different now? Why now? Why this fucking moment on B
I
side?
do think
CT
seeing
split.
someone overtime and then like coming into a
I didn't
room.
know he was overtime. I hadn't watched the stream in like 30
I
I
minutes.
thought
just
you were
heard the
watching.
loud.
I just wanted to see
That's
where
unlucky then.
I wanted
That's
to
like
see
Durst.
where he was at.
You're
because
It's still your fault, but you're less of an idiot.
I
not-
wanted to check in on the game, see where things were at, and then I was going to ask.
I'm
if,
not as dumb
if-
as you. I
if
would've
he
pulled
was
Why
up the
dead.
wouldn't
stream.
you have pulled up the stream
Yeah,
for
I'm
1
not that dumb.
second?
I would have done that.
Like
That was,
1 second, just like, oh, let me take a look.
I thought about that.
We all agree he's dumb.
You know
right?
I do that
Okay.
every time before I go down to Ludwig's room. Every time I'll take a look at the stream to see what he's doing, just to make sure.
Also, you get to rewatch the moment you heard. That's fun.
I-
So
I
like you hear
beat
him
off.
yell and then you watch it.
Oh,
and-
that's why I do that when he yells really loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I go to Ludwig's room, I beat off first.
that's
You
not
beat off
true.
Yeah,
first?
because he makes me nervous.
Yeah.
What, like
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking suck you dry.
I mean, he's the one wearing sweatpants
Dude,
right
Ready
now.
to come left for me.
Oh,
Are you
whoa.
afraid? Are you afraid of getting
Yeah, I was
fucking
kidding,
getting a
but-
little bricked up?
No, I have no underwear. I'm big. I'm big.
That's your
risky today.
thing.
This is my point. Is that
Bro,
No.
we're
Wait a minute, wait
This
a
is
minute.
unrelated. This is the minutes before. This is and it's the situation's not 1-to-1, but I want to describe what happened 30 minutes before in my room before any of this happened.
Okay. All right. It's not the same,
Wait, what happened?
but it was
Is it
kind of
incriminating?
similar.
Is it incriminating?
I mean,
I am sitting on my bed. I am in my room alone, sitting on my bed on my phone, and my Anthony walks into my room with a hammer and walks in front of me and says, "What are you doing?" And I'm just like, what? Like, I don't know, I'm on my phone. And he takes the hammer and he fucking hits my wall full force. There is a hole in my drywall because
What?
Dude, what the fuck?
and then
We live here.
And then he left the room. So as far as intrusions
Dude.
go,
You are actually absolved of all sin.
Yeah, you win. Oh my god.
I just wanted to mention that.
I can't believe you didn't bring it up earlier.
How did you walk in the room on some Aiden speaking and not bring that up? This just happened?
Yeah, this was like a few days ago. This is literally 40 minutes before I get banned from the stream.
So he did that. Then you walk into his room to see where he's at. Yeah, you're fair. You're fine. Honestly, I'm like the only even thing would have been going in with a hammer and smashing his desk as he's playing. That's it. Why did you do that?
I hung on to this context until this very moment because I thought the idea that like I checked in on your Valorant game being the problem. It's like I understand that you lost the game, but you put a hole in my drywall 40 minutes ago.
You know I'm the landlord. Like it's me.
I do.
That's crazy.
Our drywall guy's pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is. But the paint won't match.
No, he's great.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
I mean, he's used to ceilings, but
I
You're the closest thing I have to a crazy relative.
yeah, you're about 20 years out.
so I did do this. I did this, and it was because
Did you just grab the hammer and feel powerful?
that's actually kind of it.
Yeah.
I was walking by. I was walking down the hall, and there was a hammer on like the little hall like thing, and Aiden's door was open, and he was listening to music on his phone, and I was like,
You're just a child. You just see an item and you see a door and you just keep
Dude.
going.
His dream is to beat me in a fight. One day, he's just going to get bored, see a hammer, be like,
no. But I did grab it, and I was like, hammer, and then I walked in, and I walked into his room, and I was like, Aiden's here, and then I have a hammer, and I'm just standing there, and then
like a murderer.
yeah, and then I was like,
Did it cross your mind to hit him?
no,
Okay. That's good.
no,
What about his phone?
and then he just starts
Yeah.
fucking
Did you think about hitting his phone?
no, and then he just starts
like
fucking
like it's ridiculous.
yeah,
Yeah.
you guys are crazy for
Nick,
suggesting
I'm not
this shit.
crazy.
I'm
I
not-
just hit his
I'm
drywall.
not crazy. I just went into his room and destroyed his wall.
Yeah.
I'm not
And-
an animal.
Anyway, he starts dying laughing, and then I just dip.
Right.
And I'm like, no, it was on some like no one will ever believe you type
It
shit.
was really funny. Because there was no context. There was no buildup. It just happened.
You know what? I was saying in the car after we watched Batman, Slime's funny.
Oh,
Yeah?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, Slime's funny. He's peaking.
What was the moment that you thought?
In the car, you just we were talking about how you were funnier, and then you just dropped some shit. I can't even remember what.
Yeah, I was
Just had me chuckling.
I was just ripping, bro.
I was chuckling the whole
You
ride.
know me.
I mean, not.
You
hey,
know I'm crazy.
you've been crazier. That's what I'm saying.
You know what you don't think is funny?
What,
Batman.
dude?
You got dragged, and for once you deserved it.
I did
For
get
once.
dragged.
You earned that one. Yeah.
I did. The clip is so bad.
Yeah.
The clip is because I talked about it for 10 minutes on stream.
Really?
Yeah, I talked about it for a while, and I was like, I think it's mid. And then I talked about like my expectations going in.
The clip is. I haven't watched
clip
it.
is
But the
but
clip,
insane.
the clip is like, I prefer Marvel comedy, and this one doesn't
Yeah,
have comedy.
It was so I remember
It's
people,
a bag.
What was the clip? What was the clip?
That was it. It was basically me like saying Batman's mid, and then saying like I thought it would be fun like Marvel or.
Yeah,
What I was trying to say was that the riddle and the mystery of it all was devoid of any pleasure of unraveling mysteries in a movie, and it was zero fun to track. And it was like more of a chore or a boring plot line that they were like,
not all real
Well,
riddles
you-
are fun.
You made one better comparison in it, and you were like, I was hoping it would be more like Knives Out.
yeah. And I think that's even
No,
still
that's
probably
just not-
too
it's
fun.
not a
That's the
whodunit.
dumbest shit
No,
to
it's-
ever.
Batman
it's
is
still
not
too
a
fun.
whodunit.
I think that's like more fair than saying like
It's-
I wanted to be like
Both of
Mob.
them
No,
are dumb.
I disagree.
Both of them are dumb. At the end of the day, it was. I still think it's mid. I stand to that, but it doesn't matter because I said that, and that's just GG. So I've been getting lit
You got
up.
Saikuno'd.
I've been getting Saikuno'd so hard. I've been
Yeah.
getting DM'd. The guy who made the post DM'd me, and he said, because I made the video on Mogul Mail, and
He just gave you content, actually.
he posted the
Godlike.
YouTube video, and he said this to me. He said, "I'm a Ludbrud, bro. Why'd you have to cook me?" And I'm like,
what?
Go fuck
I'm like,
yourself, you
bro,
fucking worthless
you
drone.
cooked me.
You cooked him for internet points that will never convert into any material wealth ever. Ever.
He cooked
You
me.
fucking
He's a
drone.
Ludbud. I knew he was a Ludbud because it was early in stream too. It was like first 5 minutes. I had like 5K people
Yeah,
in there.
that's a hard clip,
You know,
clip to catch.
this was a clear narc situation,
Fuck.
and I was like, oh, because it hit such normie Batman viewers. I'm getting
Yeah.
lit up on TikTok. People are just pulling up the clip and being like,
Oh.
and the thing is, it's still mid.
No, yeah, okay.
It's
here,
still
I
mid.
defended you in the deep bowels of discords and people talking about it, and I was like, look, genuinely, I think he probably had some more important like point, but he just told it like an idiot, which I can relate to a lot.
It was a 10-minute section.
That's great. Here's the thing.
I think that 10-minute section is also pretty dog shit though.
Yeah?
I think context might not matter.
When we were coming home, because we saw it together, we went.
You haven't seen it,
Have you
What?
seen the movie?
the 10-minute section.
No, I have. I asked you because we're on a podcast where we're trying to explain.
Oh, I thought you did.
You saw the whole 10 minutes
Yeah,
of
yeah.
me talking about it?
Yeah, I
That's
watched it.
crazy. I would
I
never
watched
watch 10
it with
minutes of
Ryan,
Ludwig.
and then I went, "Oh, my friend's a dumbass," and I put my phone down. But I haven't seen the whole thing. But what I think that little island of a clip is like kind of not totally out of context. Is your argument still stands? Is you wish the unraveling of the mystery was more fun?
I just wish it was more fun. I guess fun's a bad word, is what I'm recognizing. I just wish it was. I was more interested.
Satisfying.
In it. Satisfying.
Fucking English fucking degree,
I-
journalism degree. You
I'm-
just can't put it together.
Oh yeah, it's fucking
Jesus
4 years on
Christ.
Twitch. All I say is Pog and Weird Chim. What do you think happened to me?
Yeah, I
What'd
know.
you think? What-
That's
this
the
is their
problem.
fault.
That's the problem.
This isn't me.
But yeah, fair take. I haven't seen Batman. Have anyone not seen Batman yet in this group?
Me.
You want to go see it with me?
He's trying to go tonight.
No.
I'm going tonight,
Whatever, man.
possibly.
Ooh,
That's fine.
and
He-
it sounds like he ain't looking for extra dick in the room.
Yeah, he's not.
He's not looking to go with a big sausage.
He's not, I don't know why.
You don't want your big.
We could have a lot of
big
fun
shitty ass.
with whoever's going.
I'm going with another sausage.
Whoa.
That's not true.
Don't tell me that.
Well, damn, you just you're tripping all over the place. You're like,
Tripping a bit.
it's just banana peels. Is your whole life? It's banana peels. You're Sideshow Bob with the fucking rake.
You want to talk about how I'm gayer than him?
Yeah, what is that? I saw that you wrote, "I'm gayer than Aiden," and I
Dude, this shit is
like it's
so
a Tony Hawk
funny,
stat
dude.
point.
Dude, we
Hold on,
game
I
leader.
I wanna tell my perspective like from the once we get to the club.
Oh,
But you can
yeah, go ahead. Straight cis white male takes over. Go
no,
ahead.
Exactly.
you talk about the build up. You talk about the build up.
Mhm.
Jump
You
into it.
contextualize it.
So we were going to a gay bar called the Abbey, which is what I found out. Not only the gay bar in LA, but like the gay bar everywhere. It's a bit
That's
of
a
like
chain.
No, it's like just
Everyone
like a
knows about it.
cultural.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like-
so it's not the
it's a famous
Applebee's
spot.
of gay bars.
It's more like a cultural
Oh,
center
dude.
point. Although it was let known to me, it's more now like for show gay rather than where gay people go.
Yeah.
Oh, like culture vulture gay.
A bit, right?
Yeah.
Because it's gotten too big where it's like if you're actually gay, you don't go there. But then they made a second bar called the Chapel at the Abbey. But
And that's
anyway,
like for the ultra gay.
that's like and the ultra gay would go to actually like a real deep cut probably.
Oh.
No, that's a spot on agency. That's totally different.
I keep imagining that you guys kept saying the Abbey, and I'm just imagining to reference Dark Souls again. What's her name in Anne Orlando? But it's Abigail Shapiro, and it's the fucking Guinevere.
Oh yeah.
At the end.
Yeah.
And everyone's just going and like paying tribute.
Paying their respects. So we're going there, and I wanted to dress nicely because I usually dress like I am now.
Yeah, full spam tracksuit and
Yeah.
rainbow Crocs.
The spam
Commando.
tracksuit with the Crocs.
Yeah, no one. Dick and balls.
Yeah, you look like Scooby Doo ran through a thrift store.
Yeah. and I didn't want to do that. I wanted to dress nicely because we were going out to a club, and I don't do this often. So I wore like this really tight like mock neck I have, and in my pants that have like shiny zippers.
It's not a mock neck.
It's
just a turtleneck.
a mock neck because it doesn't fold over.
I will say I trust his authority on this because he loves turtlenecks.
The mock neck is just like a higher like collar, but then the turtleneck is like the fucking full
Allegory.
Of what? For what?
foreskin.
The down.
Oh,
It's a foreskin.
this is beautiful.
I never
actually.
picked this up.
Anyway.
I feel like I just figured out like
I
the
can't
meaning
believe
of.
you didn't know that.
That's crazy.
It's like you just figured out he's short. And so I come downstairs. I'm looking nice, and I see Aiden, who's looking like
Dog shit.
just dog shit.
Like
bro.
a homeless
He's
guy.
wearing a black T-shirt with like black pants,
Uh-huh.
not like slacks,
Okay.
just like regular ass pants,
How I dress every day.
and then
Okay.
just like white shoes, and that's it. And then I'm like, bro, you look like shit. And he's like, no, I don't. And then
I think my exact words were like, "We're going to a club.
and I,
You are the one who looks weird right now."
and then I went on.
Which
I
I
was
trust
like,
his opinion on because he goes to clubs a lot.
I was
And
like,
he's
he's-
half gay.
that's what I was thinking. I was like, you're bi. Everyone's gonna think you're straight at the club. And he's like, no, I look gayer than you. And I was like, no, you don't. I look way gayer than you.
Okay.
And then he says, wait. And he goes upstairs. He comes downstairs. He changed to a white shirt. And that's it.
Yeah.
And then he's
confidence
like,
is insane
and then
here.
he's like, now I'm way gayer. And I'm like, whatever.
I'm unquestionably in the right here. This is the,
He's
Well,
so confident.
I told him.
Yeah,
I
I'm
told
so
him,
afraid
I'm
when
so
he
afraid.
looks
I
and talks
told
like that.
him he looked like a straight guy trying to dress like what he thinks
Like
a
he's
gay
going
guy
gay
would
for
look
Halloween.
like.
It was just an outfit I've worn before. It's not like a brand new.
And he was like, no.
Yeah, get real
And then he
defensive.
goes upstairs. He goes upstairs and he comes down. He comes down with a chain.
He goes
A
out with a
Thor-
rainbow flag as a cape. He's like, who's gay now?
A Thor chain.
I came down
And
with
he's
a Thor
like-
necklace.
And he's like, this is really gay. Like, this is so. I was like, why would that be gay, Ludwig? You look less gay. Like, and he's like, no, because Thor's like a Greek god or something. Like they were.
I didn't say Greek.
No, you didn't.
Thor's a gay icon. Is what I said.
We both on this podcast we misunderstand two things at large. One, female anatomy. Two, gay culture. But just the three of us.
I
here.
think Norse gods are probably gay.
Yeah, but that doesn't, dude. This is insane. You're like, oh yeah. I won't even say it. This is so bad.
Well, okay.
It's so bad how you're just like, oh, it's just a lot of hot men. It must be gay time now.
Okay, so
well, you know what? And I thought you were right. And so we end up going to this pregame that was at the 100 Thieves' like house. And Austin comes up to me and we're excited to see each other. And he introduces me to his boyfriend and we meet. And it's
You
great.
need this, by the way. You need Austin in this moment. You need him to come up and be like, you're looking real gay, Ludwig.
Well, so here's what I do. I like we're talking aside, like just me and him. And I just bring it up. I'm like, Aiden said that he looks gayer than me. And then Austin looked at Aiden, looked at me, and he was like, no.
Oh,
yeah,
this is
we-
good evidence.
we started, and then we started asking around, and the tally teetered in my favor.
Oh,
by the
yeah,
end.
because you asked straight people.
We're finally at the Abbey, and I this is just like super funny to me because I come back from the bathroom and I like kind of tell Ludwig, I'm like, I was flirting with a couple people in there. Like, what's your progress like? How's your night going?
Yeah.
Ludwig,
Paycheck, bitch.
and then Ludwig goes to the bathroom like maybe 10, 15 minutes later. Ludwig's
Come on
pretty
his
drunk.
mouth. He's like, what's up, bro?
Actually, that was what I said.
He comes out. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I was like, how'd it go?
The problem was, dude.
He's like, I sucked so many dicks in there. I fucking sucked 3 people on the way out. You
Dude,
don't have anything on me. Like,
the problem is,
No, you
it
didn't.
was so lame to be straight, and I understand you can't look gay. It's just looking gay was just looking hot, right?
Sure. Yeah.
And,
it just
and-
means being like
Yeah.
fashionable and stylish.
Yeah, being fashionable and looking good.
Yeah.
And I was just saying that, but then when Aiden like he like chump checked me, he was like, "Oh, but I'm actually bi and I'm gonna flirt with men." And I think he extra flirted with men all night, just to like. And every time he'd do it, he was like talking to like these dancers, and they're like wearing nothing but like a thong, and he like look at me, like,
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
to them.
He'd be like,
And I'm
"What's up, bro?"
and I'm like to my girlfriend. I'm like, oh.
God damn
it was
you.
just really funny because like up
Shackled.
until this point, it's all like words and like being funny,
Yeah.
right? But then it came to this point where it's like, well, now I'm actually doing the thing.
Yeah.
And you're just like making things up as you go, pretending that you did them along the
This
way.
is just, it's always sunny, dude. You guys are like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
this is crazy.
And I'm Charlie with the hammer.
and we kissed 3 times that night.
You and Aiden?
Yeah.
Just
And
what were you trying to prove?
I
I think that's all they wanted in the first place.
Yeah?
I think we just wanted to kiss, and
There
it was
was
a
a lot of
roundabout way of
tension.
doing
You
it.
guys were hammered, right?
And yeah,
Yeah.
he was actually degenerate.
I was thinking about this. I had like maybe the most degen, like stereotypical rap night. You know the things that like rappers talk about in fucking music. Like we go to the club, we touch the strippers, we fucking do the drugs, we get wasted, dude.
Yeah.
and we
I'm imagining 50
Bars.
Cent just like,
this is, and I like looked back on it the next day, and I was like, this is the closest to that I've ever had in an evening.
Yeah.
Like, I've never put money in like strippers.
I think you're
thongs
shooting
and
too
stuff
high. You had a
before.
FaZe Banks night. Okay? You had a FaZe Banks night. You went back to basically the FaZe
No, I'm
house.
not saying that it was like I didn't do it and it was like
Bro.
cool. I was just like
we talked
maybe
about
50%
crypto
of
for like
the
30
bar.
minutes.
Bro, gay people kind of rip. I'm not even gonna cap with you right now. I'm not even gonna cap. Gay people actually fuck so hard, bro. I'm not,
Not
gay
like that,
though.
not like that,
Yo,
not like that,
I'm not
though,
gay
not
though.
like
Yo,
that.
yo,
Like I
pause.
would-
Yo.
I do love that. Like, there's sort of that those clips where like Aiden Ross is like talking to rappers and stuff, and then he'll make a joke that's like mildly gay, and then the guy he's with will be like, "Hey, yo, oh, dude, like, you talked about ass in front of me, like you talked about touching my ass, like,
you guys." Quick aside, you probably missed the big drama with Aiden Ross about this.
Wait, what?
Wait,
What
really?
happened?
Like
Whap it.
maybe a couple weeks ago, there was another large YouTuber whose name I'm forgetting, who made a video about Aiden Ross. He like came out of like an 8-month retirement to make this video that basically said Aiden Ross is demasculating like as a group men because of all of his gay jokes, and that he kept calling him Biden because he's bisexual Aiden. And that was like that was the big thing.
And
What?
it's like a roast video, like a
Wait,
reveal
what's
video.
the argument?
What?
The
The
argument.
argument is that Aiden Ross
He's making men weaker.
makes men weaker with all of his gay jokes and like.
Oh,
like,
so he's like the guy's like kind of a loser.
Yeah, the guy. This
Yeah,
is like a
oh,
loser
yeah, yeah,
mentality.
yeah. Oh,
This
okay.
is like he's not alpha, type. Mentality.
let me tell you, Aiden Ross won the beef.
Sick.
But the video
W.
got
He has the moral high
the
ground.
video has like a few 100,000 views and is like liked more than disliked because like the community it's from I think is like tough macho masculine men.
Yeah, I will never put my tongue in any man's asshole ever, but maybe I would do it, but I will never do it, but I would.
They're like that a bit. So that was
I
was
hate
it.
I hate when people like him get the fucking layup, dude.
It is a huge layup.
That's crazy. Because all you have to do is be like, I disagree, and everyone's like, whoa, yo, you've come a long way, bro.
I mean, he was just dunking, like, because it was so easy for him. He was like, dude, he should have made this video like a year ago. I had like 100K viewers. Now I'm washed. He was like also like dunking on himself. And I was like,
He's fucking doing the 8 mile.
It's so
Aiden's
easy.
owning him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what's funny? It's funny. I'm imagining this whole like gay like nuclear arms race between you guys
Right.
at the club, and I'm imagining Cutie just because it's so funny. Anytime you make a joke around Cutie about like having sex with Ludwig or something, like as a man, she gets a little feisty about it. It's really funny. We were watching Batman, and in the movie, there's two characters that kiss because you guys are fucking freak idiots about spoilers. There's two characters that kiss, and then I was like, that's me and Ludwig. And she kind of looked over. She's like, no, it's not. And I'm like,
I think
it's not. You're right. So I'm imagining like Ludwig and Aiden just like fucking keep going for it, and she's just like grumpy, like, what are you kissing my boyfriend for?
This is my boyfriend. You can't kiss him. This is-
I also love the visual that I had earlier, which is Ludwig like clenching the fist of his like loving relationship that is successful, and then
Yeah.
Aiden just like touching a stripper and looking at him, and Ludwig being somehow like jealous and being like, let's go, babe.
It's just you're just a gamer at heart.
I just want to be gay.
One time I was with my old roommate James, who is a 40-something gay man.
First name sweet.
He was. I wish, bro.
Into gadgets.
I didn't literally. Yeah,
gizmos.
James was the guy who was into gadgets and gizmos. He's a lovely, lovely man, and he was my first he's where I lived when I first moved to LA, and we'd hang out sometimes. And he took me to Hamburger Mary's, which is a West Hollywood drag like brunch place. I went with him and a couple of his work friends. We're all women, and we go, and I'm like, this is a place where like gays and women hang out, and I'm there, and I'm like, they're getting bottomless mimosas, getting fucking morning hammered, and there's like this drag thing going on. They serve you food, and this our waiter is just like this extremely handsome like gay guy, and he's like. He's taking our orders, and then he looks at me. I'm like wearing my suffer hat and like a fucking like a checkered like collared shirt.
Has the sweat stained the hat yet?
Dude, no. It's very
it's
fresh.
pre-sweat.
And I'm just and he's taking my. He's like, "Are you straight?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "You wear it well." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm getting fucking cooked right now."
Everyone turns and points at you and goes, "Ha ha ha!"
Yeah.
And it goes back to what they're doing. That's crazy.
And I was
That's
like,
good.
"Man, I gotta fucking
That's
buy new
healing.
clothes or something."
That's healing the world.
It's crazy because then you didn't change.
No, I thought about it.
You stayed the exact same.
Well, I had to. My old job had to wear ties and shit. So I tried to think a little bit more. But now here I am, wearing Lulus.
Anyway, that was our DJ night. Aiden
Yeah.
stayed out way longer. We had to go back and
Yeah, you guys were puking
I
at the
yacked.
after party.
I took she threw up cutie because she's on a diet, but her diet is just like I'm restricted from eating so many foods, and now I can't eat any of the food I have. I just won't eat, which isn't like a sustainable model.
Yeah, she's being like stubborn.
Yeah,
It's like, well, I guess I just won't eat food ever then.
but actually doesn't.
Yeah.
And so she had one Chipotle bowl, had 3 shots, out.
Uh-oh.
GG.
You know what's funny? I woke up the next morning. Well, no, I was up. I stayed up all night playing Valorant and wanting to fucking just jump out a window. Well, I walked out of the front door as like 9 a.m. and on the ground is a DoorDash order that got delivered of like tacos that never got claimed and retrieved. It was there in the morning.
That is a gift from God.
No, because it was been there like all night.
I'm
in-
just
in the
saying.
sun.
I'm not saying it spawned there. I'm just saying that like, how often does that happen? At 3 a.m. there's no food available, but then you go to the door.
No,
and there's
it
tacos.
was like 9
It
in
was
the
9.
morning.
It
That's
had been there.
fine.
It had been
I
there.
actually woke up.
Oh.
This
Been
is
there for
how
like
I
5
knew
hours.
because he's been playing Valorant for days,
Yeah, it's
and
gross.
I think it didn't really click that like, oh, maybe this is a problem. When we went out this night and I woke up at 9:15, 9:30, and I'm like, who's talking?
Maybe
right
Dad
now?
drinks too much.
And then I turned. I was like, "Oh my god!" I tune in. He's still playing Valorant from the night before. Because when I got home and went to bed, you were playing at
Yeah.
at 5 a.m. and then you were still playing at 9:30 a.m.
9-10 hour streams.
Can I hit you with an idea?
I just want to get out of silver. I'm still in silver, by the way.
How about you go live until you do it?
Go live and no, because then I just play worse, and then it never happens.
You can sleep on stream.
You built that way,
Why is
bro?
Zipper laughing, bro? What the fuck are you laughing at, bro?
I did it. I
I
did
don't-
it.
I
I did
don't-
it twice.
I don't think I want.
Aren't you?
Here's
You
also
guys are the same, aren't you?
here's also the thing.
We're
I'm
the same.
I'm like, I'm actually 2 matches away from getting it, so maybe it's like an hour stream. Right?
That'd be tight.
I'm
Or
getting what?
Gold, just out of silver.
Oh, I see. Well, you've been out of silver, right? Isn't the gold plat?
Yeah, the goal is just right now it's out of silver.
I see, I
Because I
see.
can't seem to fucking do it.
Oh, okay.
So
Right.
I don't know.
Nick was watching and he was like, "Man, I wish I could just do it with him."
I'm like, I want him to let me do it with him. I just want to play with him. I just want to be one teammate that listens to him.
Hey, me too, brother. But I'm trying to prove a point to Riot. I'm trying to hear. I am the Boston Globe, and they are a cabal of religious pedophiles.
Okay. No,
And
that's
I am
insane.
and I am.
I did want to bring this up.
Riot Games. Riot Games.
wanted
is
to
not
bring
a
this up.
cabal of
No,
religious
and I am
pedophiles.
being
You're not a
journalized.
journalist.
And I'm
No,
saying
I'll
that
sit back
I'll
here.
stay on his side.
Let's
No,
go.
okay.
And there's a system that is
You-
wrong
Can
here.
I cut in?
You
and
should
I am
come over
proving-
to this side.
I am proving that the system is wrong
The
by
system is
subjecting myself
No.
over
Okay.
and over
Right.
to the fucking the cathedral
Okay.
of these disgusting fucking Riot Games programmers.
You
Cabal or
need to
cathedral?
stick it to Cardinal Merrill.
I'm saying
I am someone who does business with them.
who?
Riot Games.
Who?
What do you mean who? I've done watch fuck you. I've done watch parties with League and Valorant. All right.
So what? I'll leave the house. I don't care.
I'm just saying-
I'm the fucking struggling out here,
You
dude.
call them a
Have you
cabal of pedophiles. That's not the same.
And you're still playing the game that the pedophiles run.
Yeah,
I mean, the
I'm
game's
proving
great.
a point.
The game's great.
The game's great. I'm not okay with the pedophilia.
Look, what they do in their free time's none of my business.
It's about
I like
separating.
raves.
It's about separating the art from the artist.
Dude, what's funny is you weave in and out of genuine critiques of Riot and then just insane Alex Jones things. Because you will be like, they are treating me like they treat their women employees.
Yeah, I'll be like, oh fuck, yeah. I'll lose like a 13-3 game, and I'm just like, oh, some poor woman just got her face farted in after that.
Yeah, and then you will say, the CEO is a pedophile who grooms children. And
I have
it's
never said that.
what you just did. When
No,
you said
I
they're
said that
cabal
they're a
of-
cabal of them. I don't know who's who.
Okay,
I don't know who the ringleader is.
That's right.
So the CEO's
right.
good.
Oh my.
Put my fucking account just
that's-
make my account go up in rank, and I'll stop.
there's a
I'll
That's the
drug-
stop.
level. That's the level of cognitive dissonance he needs to keep playing and streaming the game.
You're doing like social media terrorism to get like rank LP.
His stream title the other day was Riot Games is a domestic terrorist cell. And I tuned in and I was like, maybe he needs to pull back on this one.
We're
Yeah.
too attached.
Who?
Me and you.
Me?
Yeah.
How?
We are like when people think of me, they know you. They know they think you're the only employee, and it's me and you.
Fire me.
Yeah, you're robbing big, and we're the fantasy factory.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
If you have to choose between Riot and me, do it. I'm okay. I won't blame you.
I can't believe it's.
That's crazy.
That's
It's
where it's
Riot.
at.
It's an ultimatum. You
It's
can
no,
decide.
it's not. Because if he wants to, I will understand. It's not an ultimatum. You can pick them, and I'll just fucking.
Or you can
I'll
pick
just
me,
live somewhere
but
else.
You have to pick
Wait,
either.
that is literally an ultimatum.
That
Yeah, it
isn't that
is.
an
It is.
ultimatum?
no, but what an ultimatum?
You're
is-
saying you won't be mad about it.
yeah, but
it's still an ultimatum.
No, because I'm not making you make the choice. I'm just saying if an ultimatum becomes something that is in your future, go for it.
It won't be an ultimatum. I think it's more funny than anything. But you know,
I'm just saying.
calling pedophiles is the one.
Riot Games has a fucking drone strike on top of our house ready right now.
I'm the
100%.
Boston Globe.
100%.
That's all I'm saying.
I got a nice message the other week
Oh,
after
cool.
the last podcast.
That's great.
Aw.
So the last episode had the little, the video podcast had this little intro of me from like, I don't know, like five or 6 years ago, throwing a chair that I stole from a fraternity off a balcony.
Oh
Classic.
And in that video, like you can see the balcony and like the street that I throw it into. And somebody messaged me and they were like, "No way! Like I live in that apartment. Like I just spent a summer in that same apartment."
Oh,
I
that's
was like,
crazy.
no fucking way. And they were like, "Yeah, we still get mail from Smash GG sometimes." And I always wondered why. And then he sent me this video. It was kind of this like nice little beautiful moment of him and his friend throwing trash from the balcony into the bin in the street, because you can do it. Like there's this giant bin for the whole apartment complex. And if you can throw far enough, you can fling your fucking trash bag into the bin. It's really fun. And I was like, this is so funny because me and my roommates used to do this exact same shit. And it's like 4 or 5 years later, you're doing the same thing. It's this nice, like, touching little video.
That's very hype.
Yeah.
That's
Send them a hammer so they can follow in our footsteps.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
so they
in
can move
5
into
years,
this house.
one of your friends will become extremely rich, and you can do destructive pranks.
You should
send
know
them
what
a
to
gun.
do with this.
You've been activated.
Okay, yeah.
Dude, I thought you were gonna be like, "Yo, I used to live in that apartment. You hit me with that chair. I can't see out of this eye, dude. What's up?"
The Aiden in that video is such a different Aiden. It's like Squirtle.
Yeah,
That's like Squirtle
It was
you.
weird because I don't think, like, I'm still like a pretty like thin guy, but having that video and being able to look at me like literally like almost 15, 20 pounds lighter, it's like kind of crazy actually. I look fucking deformed.
Gaming.
And I have that little backpack on that does look like Squirtle's shell. So
I every time I see Aiden walking around with his shirt off, I'm like, dude, if I could just find a fucking girl with Aiden's body but huge knockers, I'm saying.
You want a girl with small naturals? Just
No, I want big
change your world?
naturals, but
He
the
wants
rest is Aiden's body.
my body with big knockers.
Yeah.
That tall?
apparently.
Yeah.
You date someone taller than you?
Yeah, I don't care. As long as they don't care.
Fair.
Yeah, so some of us have to think about that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't.
Gives me
No.
perspective. I.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
That's all I gotta say
You
about
think
that.
you're what? I'm thinking about silver again. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Silver?
we need to
Calm
move
down.
away from Valorant.
I know.
Actually, I do want to get into something because you had the diaper argument, because this
Aw.
clearly spiraled into something
Can
very
I- yeah.
unintended. I don't
Well,
really understand how
So
it
sorry
got
to
to
do
this point.
back-to-back podcasts where I just tell long stories, but so I'm at Summer Studio. They asked me to come in. They asked me to help with an event, and I was casually reading my Discord, and I see a message from our friend Andrew, and it says, "Hey guys, are diapers underwear?" And I read that, and I'm like, "Huh." And I think about it for a sec, and I'm like, I think they're underwear. I think they are. But I paused the question to the room I'm in, and Dan, who's also in the room, says like, "Yes, I think they're underwear." We agree. It's very important to recognize that we start this story just completely agreeing. It's not like a disagreement that turns into an argument. And I was like, "Oh yeah, okay, cool, we agree." But then someone else came in. I think it was like Ken Chen or something, and was like, "No," or whatever. I don't know. Someone comes in and disagrees, and so this whole argument starts in this room. I get the first DM from Andrew at 6 p.m. This whole argument starts, and then the next question was asked. Well, someone who like thinks that they weren't underwear. I was like, all right, you have a pair of underwear, and you put the underwear on, and you get another pair of the same underwear, and you put those on top. Are both still underwear, or is only the pair that is under underwear, and the pair on top is not underwear now.
Yeah, it's basically asking, is a diaper simply some sort of physical boundary for shit and poop?
Yeah, and they were like,
And
the
piss.
one under, the person was like, Dan said, sorry, the one under is underwear, the one on top is not.
Psychopath.
And I was like, that's crazy. And he's like, it's under. That's what makes it underwear. And I'm like, wow. And so I was like, but underwear has like an innate definition. And we got into this argument about it. And I was like, so if I get a pair of basketball shorts and I wear them under my jeans because I can't find boxers, are those underwear now, or am I just using them as underwear?
I did that yesterday.
Yeah, and also you're not
you're-
wearing anything now.
You're too rich for that.
I also we went to ramen last night, and we planned on just like picking something up. We were gonna go to Taco Bell. I'm not gonna.
Dude, we went to
Fake.
real quick. We went to Taco Bell. This lady in the most hurried, like thick Mexican accent is just like, "Hello, sorry, like I'm really backed up right now. There's only 2 of us. Are you okay with waiting for 20 minutes? I'm really, really sorry." We're like, "Oh, no, that's okay. We'll just go." She's like, "Thank you so much. I'm so sorry." We're like, that thing is gonna be a crater by the end of the
Jesus Christ, a terrible evening. I felt so bad. She sounded so strange.
Yeah, I was like,
it was,
no.
It was like it was not angry. It was not like neutral. It was sad.
It was like a crisis was happening. I was like, we should get in there.
But then
chefing it up.
They're asking about fifth meal.
I'm in the car just in my pajamas. I don't have underwear on, and I'm in thin ass pajamas. And Anthony's like, "We're going to ramen," and we just walked in, and I've never freeballed it in a public space
He
like
was like,
that.
"No, dude, my balls smell bad," and I'm like, "Dude, my balls must have been smell bad for fucking 9 hours."
I
for
felt
goddamn Valorant."
vulnerable.
I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, but I do it a lot.
You walk around with your hands in your
I
pockets.
hate
you gotta, like,
that.
Our server actually walked by and was like, "That balls?
Did one of you order the stinky edamame?
When
I didn't realize we brought that out.
What that smell
What was
like?"
fucked up is I went commando to try on a suit, and they had me try on pants.
That's crazy.
No. Did you buy them?
Did
you buy the pants
They
you
were
tried?
rental, and I told the guy because the guy was cool. I was like, "Hey, I'm free balling. All right, both boys are out." And you know what he said? He says, "That's all right. Get comfortable." And
He's trying to make a sale at
wants
the end
it
of
and
the
I'm
day.
like,
Yeah.
I'm like, "You're a psychopath." I put it on over the shorts. That was fine.
Oh.
But he was trying to get me to go crazy.
Yeah, he was a crook.
Yeah.
He wanted that shit to turn yellow.
And then he was gonna sell it. I bet. That's his pitch. All
Ludwig
right,
balls
diapers.
stink.
So that part of the discussion, and basically I was like, if you wear basketball shorts under jeans, are those underwear now? And he was like, Dan was like, yes. The person I disagreed with was just like, no, now we disagree. And I was like, hold on. So this turned into a grander argument where the center of it all was this question. So you imagine a backpack. You get a backpack, take it off your back, put it on the ground. All right. You lay the backpack on its side, so like the back of the backpack is facing up, and you get like food or a cup and you put it on top, and you say the sentence, "I'm using this backpack as a table." Is the backpack a table now? Like, so the first choice is the backpack now a table in combination with also being a backpack? So it is both an actual table and a backpack. Or the second option, are you using the backpack as a table, but it is still only a backpack?
Yeah, knowing that it's not originally intended as a table. It more just comes down to like the description of words and how we just decide that, like, okay, well this is a footrest, but it's also a fireplace,
Mhm.
right? I think
Yeah.
it's pretty simple.
And I would argue that it's a
that's-
fireplace you use as a footrest, but it's not a footrest or whatever.
So
or maybe a table's a better.
it's a question of intent. When Pampers makes a diety for your butt,
Mm.
for like an adult or a baby,
For the babies with big
when,
butt.
when the shit
big
poop
shit
comes
butt,
out of a
yeah.
poopy
Mm.
butt,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and Pampers says, "We'll catch that for you,
Right.
dog, big dog.
We got
We
it.
Hey,
got
hey
you."
King, you dropped this. And it's in the diaper.
Don't
It's
worry.
poop.
And so that's your argument, is
Uh,
that they made that for the poop, but you could wear it as underwear.
I think my argument was basically centered around the idea that, like, words have definitions, and when definitions fail, we make different words or we improve definitions and make them better. And we are, like, abiding by these definitions to have a discussion. And the moment you say that words don't mean anything is the moment that you, like, can't have the argument because you're using words that you're defining in order to have it with me.
Yeah.
And so for me, for you to say that it's a table because I say it is, doesn't make sense.
So what happened? What was the
This
climax
argument
of this?
lasted 4.5 hours. It was from 6
Hours.
p.m. almost to midnight, and it
At the end, it's like a screaming like forum, and someone's just like, "Plato once said."
it was like that. He was mad at one point, for sure, and we were calling a bunch of people in. Opinions were flying about. There was at one point like 10 people in the room, all in a circle, like smoking weed, just thinking about this. And I asked the question: so is Dr. Mario a doctor? And
False equivalence, but it's a
no,
great
no,
mix-up.
I wasn't saying that. Like, I wasn't saying that it's the same thing. I was more just asking that question, like, kind of in the realm of whatever.
Yeah.
Because like he's called a doctor. Does that make him one? And
Well, he also has pills and a thing on his head.
yeah. So then we got into the argument of whether or not Dr. Mario is a doctor. I'm curious to hear your guys' input.
Well, yeah, he's Dr. Mario.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not gonna fucking shake a man down for his doctorate degree, but if I go to Dr. Mario's clinic and I say I have syphilis, heal me,
I expect it to be healed.
I expect him to give me a
Yeah.
pill for that.
I see.
A big old fat pill.
Big fucking pill.
So you don't think that like in being when we say a doctor, it implies a person, which Dr. Mario cannot be.
Doctor is a title, and
Mhm.
that's why you can put it on your driver's license, and that makes it different from being like Streamer Ludwig. It doesn't say Streamer Ludwig on his ST.
Well, it's a doctor. It's a
No.
title you earn.
But it'd be nice.
That's what I'm saying, and he has earned it because it says
in the
it.
Mario universe.
But I could also lie and say I'm a doctor, Starbucks girl.
yeah.
yeah, you'd be lying.
But she has to pretend she has to take my claim at like face value because that's how we have to live is trusting human beings. So we have to trust Dr. Mario.
I trust Dr. Mario.
Wait,
be a
okay, so we're not
doctor.
actually having an argument. Okay,
No, I'm saying that like
you can't. But that's the problem is that doesn't make you. That doesn't make
what
it
are-
right.
what are
Also, I'm
you-
not arguing if he went to fucking school.
he's a doctor because he's called Dr. Mario.
He may have gone to school.
Yeah.
In-
So my argument why Dr. Mario is not a doctor seems like I'm 3-1 here, which is what I was in the room, but I turned a lot of people my way. Was in order to be a doctor, in the definition of a doctor, you have to be a person. Dr. Mario, which is fictional, cannot be a person. In the same way that if
There's nothing in the
Look,
rule book
it-
that says a dog can't practice medicine.
Also, Italians are people.
animals are people. That's funny.
Yeah, I got that first.
But
Wait,
perhaps
Perhaps
Oh.
the Dr. Mario you're thinking of was maybe in some way not necessary. Okay, this is
that's straight from Shigeru Miyamoto.
my argument. Oh God! But my argument is not that he didn't earn the doctorate. I think in the Mario
yeah, but
universe,
that's what matters.
No, my argument
You're
is
such a
that
dumb
if you
motherfucker sometimes.
if you think of a doctor, right? Think of
No.
one right now.
No.
Okay, we're not having an argument. Fuck this. I'm fucking done.
I'm not gonna think
are
about
you
a
saying it
doctor.
because Mario's not a human?
Think of a doctor right now.
yeah.
Yeah,
Tell
I got
him,
one.
Tell him no.
I have a doctor in my
Okay.
head.
That thought is in reference to a real thing.
It's actually Johnny Sins as
That-
a doctor.
So you're
It's
saying
not a doctor.
So you're saying that every
That was the first
fictional
doctor I thought
character just should not be doctors because they're not real?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying they're fine to be a fictional doctor, but
yeah,
they are
no
not a
one's
real
arguing
doctor.
that Dr. Mario isn't a real doctor.
But that's
Wait,
what I'm
you're
saying.
telling me
when you
Dr.
say
Mario
I'm
can't
going,
But then you're saying, oh, Mario, he's not a real Mario.
when I'm saying I'm going to the doctor, I'm not saying a fucking not real doctor. I'm saying a real doctor in the universe we live in.
You're just on.
Wait.
I would call you an idiot, but you're actually just on a level that I'm unable to access.
I see.
And
That makes sense.
I'm just
Yeah.
not
Dr.
there.
Mario isn't a doctor because he can't be your doctor at like the clinic.
Is that what you're saying?
Is that what you're saying?
So what
That man-
I'm saying is that when you use the word person in
I
the
just wanna meet
confines of
Dr.
our
Mario
universe,
so bad.
you have to be a person who earns a degree by going to school in the material
In the
world,
real world.
not an idea. And my point I was getting to is if you think of a doctor, right? Your thought is in reference to a real thing, a real doctor. But
Think it's
your
Johnny
thought
Sins.
is not a doctor, even though you are thinking of one. That's the same as Dr. Mario.
So you're
It is
talking
not
about,
real.
Like, you're talking about the abstraction of what we call something versus what something actually is.
Yeah.
And just this is a postmodern idea of the idea that language cannot accurately, at the end of the day, ever represent the real because it just can't because they're words and it's sounds.
But we make the assumption that they do.
because we have to because that's how we have to communicate. There's a poem by Mark Doty called it's beautiful. I forget what it's called though. But this is a postmodern idea. It's been around for a long time. And
Which is actually exactly what I said in the room. I said this is what we're arguing has been argued for thousands of years.
no, just like 100.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I feel really? That's true?
Postmodernism. Like there's the Platonic idea of like a chair is a chair. And like I guess you can kind of tie that in and it goes back to it, but like this specific idea of language being ultimately flawed has definitely been treaded ground for the past like 150
Top
years.
5 slime smart moments.
This is the only thing I know.
I still stand my ground on the Dr. Mario thing. I think the
I mean, you're technically right, but it doesn't matter
Mm.
because being technically right in a postmodern sense just means that nothing means anything, and you just stand there until you die.
No, but my argument was the opposite. Not that nothing means anything. That was
I know.
that was
but,
Dan's
but
argument.
ironically, that's what you kind of circled back to. Either way, he's a doctor. I believe him.
I believe him too.
I would let him do things to me, doctor wise.
You would let him look at your asshole
Yeah, if he wanted to.
if he's a doctor. We trust them.
I don't even think he needs to bend over.
Do you think he specialized, or do you think he's a general practitioner?
I think he's an oncologist.
I bet he
think-
has just like a doctorate in like English.
Oh, Dr. Mario, but
Yeah.
he's capping?
Yeah, and he's not a doctor
And he
of
just
medicine.
wears the coat.
Yeah.
He just
I
has
mean,
a PhD in some bullshit.
honestly, if I'm a doctor and some fucking douche gets a doctorate in English, we're not. the
Here's
same.
my real
Yeah, of
real
course
question: Are chiropractors doctors? I don't think they earned it.
I don't know
They're
enough
literally
about
not,
chiropractors.
unless
I
they
mean-
have a doctorate, but they probably don't. I think you don't need a doctorate to become a chiropractor.
you don't need
What do
a,
you need? I feel like
There's a school.
chiropractors had the opportunity
you
to
need
kill you.
a bone degree.
I think there's like
You need a degree in bones and blood.
Degree in bones.
I think it's like the
That you
same
get
school
from
that
person
like
school.
hairdressers
Money.
need. There's like a school for
There's no
chiropractors.
Estheticians. But it's all a meme.
Aestheticians? Wait.
Estheticians. Esthetician.
He's using words and he was smart before, so I'll go with him.
I got credit now. Got momentum.
He's got street cred.
So the thing about being a hairdresser is that you need to kill a guy 1st
Uh-huh.
and you need to steal their hair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you need to be dressed in their hair,
Yeah.
and that's how you earn the
That's how you
title. It's like
earn-
a Purple Heart.
That's you earn the medal.
That's the end. That's the final exam for beauty school. You
It's blood in, blood out, baby.
It's like
Did you bring in
Kingsman.
your guy? I forgot my guy.
I couldn't get a guy in time. He was way stronger than me. He got away. Just like, oh, I guess you suck then. Guess you're not getting your degree.
I haven't told you guys. I told Slime about this, but I popped a gummy because I wanted to write a script,
Oh, dude.
and I got bored halfway through, and I was writing a script for this video. So I'm like, you know what? I've never done this. What if I recorded some super auto pets, but I was super high because I hadn't done gummies in like since like before London, and and I was doing it, and like in the moment I was like, this is great. I watched back 30 seconds. I'm like, this will never see the light of day.
I really want to see the forbidden
Dude.
high Ludwig content.
How much on the Patreon to release to our Patreon?
That's what I'm saying. No, we shouldn't gate it. We should just upload it.
I could be down to just release it raw.
Yeah.
You know,
I like that.
to the Patreon.
Yeah.
I want to see this.
You can see high
I don't.
Ludwig
And
content.
the thing is, I don't even think it's like it's not like it's literally an hour of me playing Super Auto Pets. Like I don't even.
There's no
think,
chat or anything, right? It's
yeah,
offline.
Yeah, it's just offline, and it's I don't know. I felt so vulnerable after. I'm like I will never do this again ever.
Wow,
Yeah.
you're out of your comfort zone. A
I
little bit.
remember I talked to who was it? I think it was it was Jerma, and he was like yeah, one time before stream I took like just like a little bit, just like 5 grams, like a really small amount, and then I was on stream and an analog clock came up in the game and I couldn't read it. And chat was like, oh, he's playing a bit, like this is a bit, but I was there and I couldn't read the clock. And I started to get really embarrassed, but I was like, oh, yeah, I can't read the clock.
Wow.
And then I never did it again because he was just so embarrassed.
Because it turned me to a dumbass.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
There was a guy I went to college with in my English program, and he's like, LSD is great. One time I took it, and I kept saying to myself, the skull on the wall is telling me it's time o'clock. And I was like, that rules, dude. You are so sick. He was a good writer.
Yeah, the only bit I came up with, and I told Slime, was it was about like an Elden Ring review, and it was George Third Arm Martin.
And I was
it.
like, you got to gummy more often, bro.
Dude, you gotta get in the Discord.
And that's what I told him. I was like,
Yeah.
that's
It's
like a
immediately what he
nickname.
said.
Yeah, Kyle's name right now is Bread Kaczynski. I like that one.
That's great.
God, what was I gonna say about your fucking gummy adventure? I forget. We went to see Batman though together, because basically I asked the whole group chat if they wanted to go see Batman, and then Aim was like, "No, I don't want to see it."
You did do that.
And I was
not
like,
what I-
You
"Oh,
did do
okay,
that.
kill yourself."
It was I elaborated.
That happened too.
Yeah, our group chat gets pretty crazy. I told Aiden to kill himself because he didn't get coffee with me.
Yeah,
That happened too.
What?
Put her there.
Look, just to be,
I love this guy.
the hammer thing is still
It
worse.
wasn't dude, it was worse. It was, dude, it was so much more emotionally hitting. It was, hold on.
Aiden reads and goes, oh.
I say? I replied.
What did I say?
'cause
What did I say?
I woke up. I say I'll get coffee.
No, what did I say?
If you
You
haven't
said-
gone
you said,
yet.
does
And then
anyone-
you
let me
said-
ask. Let me ask what I tell him what I asked the chat.
Okay, you said any coffee bears, and then 10 minutes later, you're all dead to me because nobody responded. I was sleeping,
What were you sleeping?
and then
I was sleeping.
and then I responded. I was like, I'll get coffee if you haven't gone yet. This is like 30 minutes after that, and then he said, I left. You emotional terrorist.
That's right. That's what I said.
You
God, I
escalate
love
so
fucking with
much.
Aiden, man. That shit's awesome.
Oh my God. I don't fuck with Aiden just because slime does.
gets a lot of
enough.
it.
Yeah, I don't like it on the days where Slime's doing
But
a lot.
at ramen, man, Aiden, I will say his escapades during this weekend, which I won't spoil because I don't think he's ready for that. But his escapades this weekend were so impressive to me, and they made me feel like, you know what, I could also be as confident as this guy in social situations. Because we went,
You're the same.
I haven't told you.
because we went to go see goddamn Batman, and I was like, they invited me because we went to go see it with Shroud and them.
Yeah, Shroud invited. They like rented out a theater. They
rented
invited
out a
us
theater. It was bougie.
a while ago, and we forgot. And then they hit us up, and we were like, "Oh yeah."
So we go, and it's like a bunch of streamers. I was like, oh, you should invite Nick. It would be dog not to, because it was me, Cutie, and you.
Mhm.
And then I was like, he's working.
Smash You Summit.
He said Smash Summit. So I was like, oh, no. But I want you to know I thought of you.
I could have gone, by the way.
But then I said get danced on.
Could you have?
Yeah.
I-
No.
Were you not?
I went
busy
rock
at-
climbing during the event.
Oh,
Should've.
yeah, fair.
Look, you
Should've.
know what? I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Anyway,
I'm not mad.
we go, and there's a lot of people there. And I instantly freeze up because I'm like, it's too many people. It's a planned group activity.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, what would Aiden do in this situation? I literally thought that. And I was like, okay, how do I beat Aiden here? And then I was like, oh, find someone I
You
know.
leave and come back in his flesh. Hey, guys!
Dripping blood. It's me.
I became him. I became
I'm
him.
being loud.
What'd you
What
say?
did you say?
You guys. Oh, you guys are too good.
Oh,
You don't
man.
make me blush.
That's classic.
Shit.
That's classic.
So, all right, so I go and I'm like, okay, and I'll find someone I know. Oh, Will Neff. And me and Will Neff start talking, and he like,
Dude, he's so easy to gravitate
God, he's
towards.
just like a fucking. He's like oil. He's like 5W30, baby. You just
he
go.
won't. He also won't ditch you. He'll stick with you at this party,
Fucking
even
hell.
though he's not here to socialize with you.
And it felt good. And I'm like, God, this is so fucking hard for me. And then Ludwig just walks in. He's like, Are
we doing that?
Yeah, I actually mostly use these opportunities for business opportunities.
Yeah, he immediately like shook down Myth and Will about a business opportunity, a thing that we're planning, which should be pretty fun, and all this shit. And I'm like, okay, and I'm just like,
I'm clickbaiting.
I'm having this like experience where I'm like trying really hard to be like normal
Yeah, where do I put
in
my
a
hands?
social situation.
He's like looking around for a hammer.
This is
It's really hard.
This is the part of the party where sober people, like when you feel like this and you're sober at a party, you like look for a cup to hold because it just makes you feel more
cup is
We're
normal.
also
so
just
nice.
at a movie theater, and they're all gamers and all nerds, excited to see Batman at the like premiere.
That's what I have to tell myself.
Yeah,
But it's just the fact that there's so many people.
Right.
I don't know. My brain just doesn't compute it well. But I felt pretty good. I was like, nice, some progress here.
yeah.
And then you fucking dude, ooh, he bombed.
I did
It was
bomb.
really funny.
You bomb?
We're
Well,
starting to watch
it's not a-
Batman. Shut the fuck up. We're starting to watch Batman.
Wait, no, this was not the bomb.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, you're dumb.
Wait,
Go
What's
ahead.
your bomb?
wait. Tell me his
after.
the first bomb.
I'll tell you what I
This is
think
not
your
a bomb.
is.
This is not a bomb. But go
We
ahead.
watch. We were watching Batman, and the theater goes dark. We watch the trailer, and and then it's like the title comes up, and it's like the movie starts, and a couple people start clapping. And this is fine because this is literally a closed environment with a bunch of people that know each other. This is not rando 76 clapping. This is way different. So I'm like,
Albeit weird.
yeah,
it's
but it was
weird.
more like, hey, we're together. You know, I'm with it.
I feel like the only time I ever really clap is when like
It's
in-
more like, woo,
to-
Batman.
is when someone else starts a clap and I'm like, I agree, it's a good thing happening.
It was also like 3 people.
It was not a lot of people
Yeah.
clapping.
But then Ludwig, we're in the way back, and Ludwig's like, we're a clapping crowd?
No one said anything.
Nothing.
Dude, you're actually dumb.
No, you.
I got a few laughs.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
I didn't hear him.
You're dumb.
Oh, fuck. I hate when Slime says
I just
You're
didn't hear
just dumb.
But hey, am I not a guy who pays attention to sound a lot?
He does pay attention to sound a lot.
Boom.
I'm just saying there was.
But
a
you
few
also
laughs.
a guy-
It's not proof.
Who's wrong a lot. I'm kind of
This
grappling
is
with
not
that.
even close to where. But I thought you were What actually the real bomb was after the movie was over. I went up to someone, and I won't say who, just
I
because
didn't see this.
specifics. And I was like, "Oh, I'll see you tomorrow," because we're gonna go to the Abbey.
Oh, that was a
And they were not going.
that was a social folks.
And they were someone who just they weren't part of the original group.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you
I
basically
I was
were like,
like,
bro,
"See you
you're going to
tomorrow."
Kathy's.
Yeah, you're going to
Yeah.
Kathy's, and Kathy's like, don't invite. that
Kathy's like,
motherfucker.
whoa, I don't have a thing. What are you talking about? And then she like looks at you like this.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Exactly. It wasn't like a malicious like, oh, we're not inviting them. It was more like it was just like you have a max amount of people you can invite to a table when you get a table at a bar, and they just hadn't invited this person.
Because they weren't good enough, was it? Were they?
No, it
Ludwig?
wasn't that at all. It
Why
wasn't
not?
that at all.
Who
I
didn't
why
wouldn't
not
make the
invite
cut?
them?
words.
Who didn't make the
Why
cut?
are you doing this
Can I
to me?
guess?
Why are you doing
Could I
this
guess?
to me?
Could I, when you blurp it and
No,
you bleep
none
it
of
out?
this can happen. None of these things.
Bleep.
One of those.
You can guess.
Yeah, Archie bleeped it.
Wrong.
Was it?
No.
That would happen to him.
He wasn't even there.
Yeah.
Oh.
I texted him an hour before. I said, "Yo, you coming to Batman?"
Oh.
Dude, I talked to Will Neff, and I had my Ready to Rumble shirt on, and he immediately told me about a thing he saw about David Arquette, and he's like, "You gotta watch this documentary." And I'm just like, "Please just be." I wish I could summon him,
Yeah.
like in World of Warcraft.
Mhm.
Like he's my summon, and I like, and then Will Neff pops up, and then he just helps me socialize.
Dude, Cutie was a celebrity when we walked into the pregame
Oh yeah.
because she never goes out, right? She just never goes out. She gets invited. She always says no. She's like, "I hate clubs. Clubs make me feel bad." She goes in, and everyone's just popping off. They started doing a chant.
Really?
Yeah, it's so
Oh my
funny
God.
because Cutie has
That's
so
my
much.
worst nightmare.
Cutie has so much social anxiety and like has like a fear of like just going to these things in general.
We're the
And
same.
the moment she walks in the room, everybody's so excited
Doesn't
to see
that
her.
make it
You're
worse?
dating a female version of
Doesn't
me.
that make it worse? Aren't you with me? Because then you become the spectacle, and it's about like how it's so special and crazy that you've done this, and you're like, stop looking at me.
I
No.
feel like people.
That's how I feel.
I feel like it's kind of like that when people make a point of identifying that fact why they're excited, but I feel like they're just happy to see her.
Yeah, it's more so the rarity of how this never happens.
To me, it feels like you come downstairs and they're like, someone come out of their cave.
That's what I feel like when I come downstairs
I think
and you guys do that.
identifying the rarity and like pushing that on the person is the part where I think it's like unfair and makes the person
I think she also
uncomfortable.
just treats all those people well. Like she's like the person who like sends them like fucking birthday little gift bags and like
Cookies.
Christmas like cookie
Yeah.
drop and shit. And it's like Cutie and Ludwig, and everyone's like, Ludwig didn't do shit.
She's fucked in the head for that shit.
She is.
I could not.
Yes.
I don't remember your birthday and your birthday. I don't know. I know his because I legally have to.
It's a good friend. March
don't.
21st. It is.
Damn,
It is.
You got it.
It is August 19th,
Second.
Wow, you missed it by so far.
Second.
Yeah, second.
and it is April 30th.
Yeah, the day Hitler killed himself.
And every time I say it, he
Weird
says
enough,
that.
and weird enough, you were born the same day.
yeah.
right.
Weird enough, he actually saw you, and that's why he killed himself.
In
'Cause
1945,
yeah.
they saw me go, "Hey, what's up, Hitler?"
He's
It's like, ew.
not
And he's
worth
like,
it.
you know what? It's time we wrap this thing up.
You know what? We are getting closed in on.
Yeah. Yeah, she called me out. She was like, "You're stealing my thing," because I got Clint Stevens a birthday present. I'm like, getting birthday
gifts from people.
presents?
Dude, it's true though. She has a huge
I'm like,
point.
no.
No, she has a huge point.
I just did it for Clint.
That's cute though.
It was cute. He said on stream that only 2 people got him presents, and it was his mom and me.
That's so cute.
That's an elite club.
That's
Clint
elite.
Stevens,
How often do you
man.
talk to Clint Stevens?
Maybe like once every couple weeks.
Oh, okay.
Just
Dude,
and we'll
one
talk
ti-
for like
well,
an hour.
Let me. I'll show you. I'll share with you a DM I had with Clint Stevens because because he did. What did you do with him that he like won money?
Mario Kart tournament.
Yeah,
He crushed.
Clint Stevens.
Yeah, he was better than everybody.
He's cracked.
So I messaged him. This is last year. Hey Clint, I am paying out for Ludwig's Mario Party tournament. Cannot find you on PayPal. Can you send me the right one? And then I said, as proof I'm not Skamaz, here is a video, and I'll just play it. The sound. This is me going downstairs to Ludwig's room. I open the door. He's streaming. I flip him off. That's you just laughing at something off stream. And
I'm not laughing at the middle
yeah,
finger.
you're
right?
just laughing.
That'd be an
You're
absurd
just
laugh
on
for
stream.
one middle finger, and I give that belly laugh.
And he said, "You're followed by a ton of people I know, have 65K followers, and yet you think you need to show a proof vid. I think you just wanted to give him the finger on stream." And I said, "Any chance I get, brother."
That's
Can I ask a question? Why does the topic board say Myth comes himself?
Oh, dude. Because he does.
Like you, like
Are you guys the same?
So we were at this the suit fitting, and it was supposed to be me and 5 other streamers. Everybody bails day of. Some for
I
good
heard
reasons.
about this.
Some just straight up no call, no show. And it was supposed to be the 6 of us. It was supposed to be me, Hassan, Myth, Will Neff, Toast, and Saikuno.
Who no call, no show?
So-
Obviously Saikuno.
so
obviously Toast.
You know what's crazy? No. Toast sends me a DM, like a very vulnerable one. He was just like, I can't do it. And he had good reasons. And I was like, totally fair. Saikuno, like the hour of, he's like, hey, stayed up too late playing Elden Ring. Can't come. And I'm like, I get it. I thought you were the least likely the whole time. Will Neff, nothing.
If you were at Bed Bath & Beyond, Will Neff, you'd be fired right now.
This is, to be fair, the day after we went out to the gay club, and Will was more fucked than anyone.
Yeah, Will was wasted when we got to the pre-game.
He eventually sent me a message 2 hours after he was supposed to show up saying, I just woke up in a puddle of confusion. And then Hassan, the night before, said he's not going to come. He told me at the club because he wanted to go play Elden Ring on stream all day.
Okay.
So it ended up just being me and Myth going suit shopping for the award show. And I was feeling weird about streaming it because like IRL streaming is like,
It's
not,
beat and shitty and stupid.
no, I actually think it's sick in Pog and inherently fun. But it is
Two minds.
it's a completely different skill. And I don't have it. I haven't honed it.
Okay.
It's kind of like when I first started doing offline recording of videos. I was always like shy and nervous, and I'd do like a bunch of takes. Now I just one take it. In IRL streams, I'm still a bit weird about it. So I was like, I promise like a lot. And I'm gonna show up with me and Myth, fucking 2 chissy boys. I'm gonna feel weird.
Oh, he's a chissy? I forget.
he
I keep
does.
forgetting.
So we did it on his stream.
The similarities are getting weird now.
Yeah, right?
We did it on his stream, which I felt better about because you're always funnier on other people's streams. And I brought up the fact that I always get a boner when I'm in an Uber, without fail.
Really?
Every time I'm in an Uber,
I feel like you
I
brought
get
this up, but I
rock
can't remember.
hard.
You get rock hard?
I get rock
Not even
hard.
chubbed. You get rock.
No,
hard.
I get rock hard, and I try to go chub. Like I
Yeah.
really try.
You try doing
Every
math
single
problems in your head?
time?
Every time I'm in an Uber. Maybe if it's like 3 minutes and it's down the street.
Yeah, I don't know what that because that happened to me on my way to school every morning.
Yeah, the bus.
That's where it's
the
from.
bus is a boner factory.
So the bus boner.
To be clear,
translated to Uber
when
boner.
you're a kid and riding it.
oh yeah.
Not now.
Oh yeah.
No,
now
I see one of those buses drive by.
I get a boner.
I don't see a bus and go, that's a boner factory.
By the way, Sam.
That's bad.
There's a lot of little boners on that bus right now.
That used to be me, kids.
There's so many goddamn boners on that bus.
That used to be me.
Oh, looks to be about 20 kids on that bus.
Son of a bitch got a boners on that bus.
I was Southern. I was Southern.
Because you're hunting them.
Oh, love that.
Okay, well,
So
Dude, no, here's a
Yeah,
really quick
please.
aside. Every morning I would take the bus. I rode the bus all the way up to senior year because I didn't have a car or
Right.
even a license. And my friend would drive me to school, but only if I gave him $5.
insane. That's high.
That's so
Both
expensive.
ways?
Yeah,
Per-
I'm the
per
godfather.
drive.
I'm the godfather to his kid now, but you know, whatever. And
oh, this is Eric, right?
yeah,
I know his friends.
and so he wouldn't give me a ride unless I paid him. So sometimes I wouldn't. So I take the bus, and every time Boner City, right?
Mhm.
And there was this other girl that took the bus who is also in my grade,
Also
so-
Boner
so the
City?
senior. And I want every morning I wanted to talk to her,
Right.
but I had a fucking boner, and I'm like, I can't like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Starts talking to Sam and being like, hey, what's up? You know? And I just, to this day, I'm like, the fucking bus cucked me so bad, bro.
Yeah.
What is it about the Ubers and the buses that does this to you guys?
The bus is the bumpiness, right?
When we drove to the Batman,
Uh-huh.
did you get a boner in the front seat?
Was I driving?
No. I drove, remember?
I probably got a boner then, yeah.
You don't remember?
No, I get a boner every time. It's not something
You're so heartless.
No, it's more like I get a boner every time. It's like, do you remember the breath you took? No,
His
I
boner
got
means
a boner.
nothing.
Dude, you had
Ever.
a boner like 2 feet away from me. That's what I'm.
I all the time. This happens all the time. Every time I'm in an Uber, I get rock hard.
Okay.
One of the biggest adrenaline rushes I've ever felt was in high school Spanish. I got called up to write on the board for like a thing with an uptucked boner.
Ooh.
And I thought I was chilling. I'm like,
Better not right up there, because then the
yeah,
shirt comes
exactly,
up.
bro.
Woo!
And I got to write on the board. So I got to lift my arm up, and I'm literally walking up like kind of like this, Like I just like got my shirt down and I'm like doing kind of this thing, and I was like, if this will end it all for me.
Oh yeah,
This is high school's done.
you're done.
I
Sees a little tip of your little penis.
But I clutched it. I clutched it. I clutched it out. I'm putting Mayama. And I'm out.
Me llamo Humberto.
Do you know what would be actually a sick gag gift? Yard merch. It's a belt that is just for uptucked boners.
No.
I don't want to do this.
I don't want to
What
say.
makes it different than a belt?
Because it's specifically for your cock. And
It has like a little
it
bit
has
of
like a
divot.
cap. It
Yeah.
has like a
yeah,
cap.
it goes
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
It's like a
No, it's a
cock ring.
hat.
Yeah. Oh, and it's like a fiesta like sombrero hat or something.
We
That
shouldn't say
only
this
makes
live.
sense. That only makes sense
Ludwig,
for them.
dare I say it? $1 million idea.
Yeah, and we can get all these kids their little boner hats.
Well, hold
For
on.
Spanish
And when they're on the
class.
bus, goddamn
Yeah.
boners are
Yeah.
backing up like goddamn porcupine.
Wow.
Hey,
That's a great gag.
come on down to Ludwig's boner belt emporium.
I've been watching Shark Tank. There's this little device. It's a sand clock, a 5-minute sand clock, but on the front it says poo timer. That's it. And you tip it upside down, and then the sand goes. There's nothing special about this
it's
item.
an hourglass?
It's an hourglass that's 5 minutes long. That's for pooping, and it's supposed to be so you don't spend too much time in the toilet. It's for men.
Hold
it's a
on.
gag gift for men for Father's Day.
Hold on. I don't sit on the toilet because I fucking want to. I'm just trying to get it done. If
It's
it
a
takes more than
gag
5,
gift.
if it takes more than 5, it takes more than 5.
You're an anomaly.
Yeah, you don't
This
count.
is for
Yeah,
people who
that's-
sit
you're
on their phone.
you're a medical problem.
What does Incubus have to do with this?
This is for
No.
phone sitters.
No, he did it again.
It's different. Either way, this product makes $1 million a year. Just this shitty product.
We put sand in a thing, and now we're rich.
So boner hats, we're talking maybe 2-3 billion.
A year?
How many boners do kids get a day?
You gotta
do the
gotta
math.
add
and
up
We gotta
all-
do
And
some
the hats
product
will be,
research.
The hats will be disposable, so that they have to get a new one every time.
Like
And
razors.
That way,
it can
we'll
pivot
always
into
have
a
a market.
condom. In case.
a condom.
You can push it down. You
Yeah,
can roll
it'll
it down.
roll it down.
Yeah. But it's like, and it's like instead of keeping a condom in your wallet, you keep it on your dick.
It would get so sweaty. You get boners on
Wait,
Ubers. Please.
also, that
Okay.
means you would have to have a
We'll think
boner the
about it.
whole time.
Well, we'll think about this idea, guys.
What happens when you lose the boner? The hat
Yeah,
like
then the
falls
hat
off.
just
Oh, it's a
falls
belt.
off.
It's a belt. And
Weird.
we'll think about it.
No,
guys.
dude. So you lose the boner and the hat falls and it turns into truck nuts.
And then when it comes back up, gets right back in there.
It's like a warning. It's like what you have on dishwashers, clean or dirty, and it's like boner, not boner.
Yeah.
But it
And, you,
shows
and
it.
you can, you know that game, that little thing you try to catch the ball on the little wooden thing?
Oh, yeah.
You can play that with it. And you got to catch it on your boner tip.
That's really like
Yeah.
3 products.
Dude,
It's
there's
really-
like this old video. I think it was Wild Boys or something, maybe Bam's Unholy Reunion. But like Bam Margera puts like a Cheerio on the tip of his dick and then shoots it up into his mouth. One of the
How does he
tight-
shoot
Well,
it?
that was a
Like
Dan
flicking?
Cook bit.
shoot it.
The cashew.
this
I put a cashew on the tip of my hog and bounced it into my mouth.
I swear I saw Bam
Yeah.
Margera do this. Maybe it started from that and devolved into that.
I mean,
there's
hey,
also-
Dan Cook could have stolen something.
There's
You
also
like
a
you like have a
Jackass-
boner and then you like pull it to the bottom of
Oh,
its-
and you
and
fling?
then you like kind of move your hips
Boing,
up
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
you boing.
In Jackass 1 or 2, Chris Pontius wrapped his cock in like masking tape and painted it like a mouse, and then they put it in and he put it through a little hole, and then there was a box with a snake in it.
Oh, I remember saying that.
It was fucking funny.
You've seen the new
snake
one,
bit
right?
it,
No,
right?
I haven't yet.
Oh, they get involved
yeah,
too.
I heard. Yeah.
They do
Anyway.
get involved with penises.
You get boners on Ubers.
Every single Uber I'm in, I get a boner. And this particular day, I was wearing Lululemon shorts with no underwear.
So you were comfy
I was comfy,
and you were lined up.
but my dick was like very visible. There
Yeah.
was like millimeters of protection. I had 1 ply. And in the car ride, I brought with me my manga, not to read because I was hungover, but so when I
to
got,
beat off to.
if I had a boner and I was walking around, I could block it. And so I was telling Myth about this in the shop. I'm like, when I walked up to you, did you notice anything weird? He's like, yeah, you were walking to the book in such a way. And I was like, yeah, it's because I got a boner and I was blocking the boner that I
Did
had
you
in the Uber.
uptuck it and then block the uptuck?
No, I don't uptuck.
Just up tuck.
I don't uptuck. I uptuck if I have underwear, maybe.
So what are you like pressing the boner down with the book?
I'm like just blocking.
Yeah, but it's still sticking
Okay,
out.
so hold on. So I understand. So he's got like a bulge from the boner, but then he's got like an open book. Is it open?
It's closed
That's what I was
and it's
picturing.
kind of pushed in, so it's kind of pushing it itself.
Okay, all right.
Why don't you open it halfway and then
This
rest
is
it
no,
on
it's
your
veteran
cock?
mode.
And then I say,
Like
and then
a
I say,
birdhouse.
hey, lift this book up, Myth. Check out what I'm
So,
reading.
someone's like, "Oh, do you know where like the nearest coffee store is?" He's like, "Oh, it's over there." Like the book stays.
It's like a birdhouse roof. And then you're like, it's over there, and you're like, hey, check this out, and you make it move.
I switch pages.
I kept picturing you holding the book open around
And
it.
then your
so you could,
boner's
like,
going into the book.
So if you like really needed to, you could like hot dog it with the book.
So that's
Hot
crazy.
dog it.
I tell him this, and I'm like, I'm getting vulnerable here. We're on stream. And then he looks at me, and he like, I can see he's deciding if he wants to say what he's about to say, and he gives up on that, and he goes, Ludwig, in math class, I did a scientific experiment. I wanted to see if I could come without touching myself.
What, in class?
And I'm like, my first question too. I go, bitch, in class? And he's like, yes. So I get a boner, as you do in math, because it came up because he says he always.
So I
gets
show
the
up to math where I will get the boner.
That's what it started basically saying. I get a boner in Ubers. He's like, I always get it in math because we shared that. I also
Sure.
get it in math. And he's like, so I'm in math class and I'm just moving my leg in such a way. And then he succeeds in cumming himself in math class. And I'm like, well, okay, what do you do after? And he's like, well, I just have cum and it just hardens.
Oh my
I mean, he's
God.
right.
It does.
But it's insane that he did that. He said he did it for 8 minutes. And I was like, wow, that was an overshare, but it was just enough that was entertaining for stream. I go to check out to buy the suit. I'm literally talking to this woman. I'm trying to whisper because it's like my personal information and he has a stream. And I hear him. He's going, boys, we've all tried. What are you talking about? We've all tried, right? But I am a champion.
Dude, that's so
And he's
goated.
like, yeah, we've all tried to suck our own dick, right? And I'm like, what? And I can hear this, and I'm like, oh God, please, a little bigger of a whisper. And he's like, goes on to tell this story about how at one point in his life he tried to suck his dick. And he's like, you know, some of you guys, you stop at a lick. I don't stop there. And
No,
and
he's trolling.
And he's like, and he's saying this straight faced. He's like, you know, and some people like to say it's more like sucking than it is getting it, but I didn't mind the sucking. And he talks about how,
Oh,
dude,
man.
he sucks
goat.
himself to completion and busts in his mouth.
what? No, you're lying.
This
You're
is
making
on,
this up.
You're
On
fucking
stream.
with me.
This is on stream.
There's
You
a-
can
You're
go
actually
see the.
fucking with
He
me.
talks about this on stream in earshot at the suit shop.
Oh,
And chat
that poor
is
lady.
losing it. I don't think she could hear.
Okay.
I'll give it to her. I don't think she could. We were having our own conversation, so I was hitting her with enough stuff.
He's just the Ouroboros. That's
And-
literally it.
And
The snake
she's talking
eating his
about this.
tail.
Chat's losing it. Question marks left and right. They're like, I cannot believe this is being said live on stream. And then he ends. And he's like, you know, sometimes guys, maybe you overshare a little bit.
No, that's goated because everyone tries.
Everyone tries.
Everyone tries, and you're like, oh, I can't do that.
I've
Can't get
never
there.
I've never
tried.
tried.
You've never
no.
tried?
I've never tried.
You got when you get involved. Hey, face off.
Hey, Batman.
No, I definitely. I'm
Batman and self suck.
Maybe the real reason I've never tried is I'm very confident I'm not flexible enough to do it.
Oh, so you don't even give yourself a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you got to do it the other way. You go on
gotta
your back and you
lay
let
on your
gravity
back,
fall.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
Whoa.
Yeah.
because then you're
Yeah.
and then you have to like kick
I
up.
haven't even tried and I knew
kick
this.
up your legs. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah. And then
Feel good? Right there, no shot. 12-inch dick. But you can
it's like,
you can like force your head up, like you're doing bad sit-ups.
It's definitely gonna be the worst blow Jay I ever got.
Yeah,
dude, because Myth was famously a virgin for a long time.
right. He was.
Bro,
I mean,
that should count.
yeah, it should count.
That should count as losing your virginity.
That's right.
It's
Sucking
busting in your
yourself.
own mouth.
Yeah.
he earned it.
But still, when he gets to the pearly gates and God's sitting there, God's gonna be like, yeah, you're cool.
You're
You
good.
stayed a virgin until you're an adult. We respect that.
God's looking at the books. He's like, yeah, it says here you busted in your own mouth. Yeah, you're in hell. No, I don't tell you. That's like number one.
Nah.
Dude, Myth, I will like. Why does he even leave the house? shit.
If you could just
bro.
Why is he even streaming? Wrong website, bro.
What are you yeah, right.
Dude,
What are you doing,
Be
dude?
great. He goes live. He's like, sorry, I'm late. Chat next day. Just fucking. I just got a little fucking little something, something.
Dude.
Dude, I remember my this girl I used to date. She would sometimes when we did that, I would bust in her mouth, but I needed a lot of help, right? So it'd more be like me doing
Right.
and then, but she liked that.
So you'd suck yourself off and bust in her mouth.
Yeah.
So it wasn't.
like a mama bird. Yeah.
Yeah.
But she did this thing every time. She was like, she would swallow, and then she would do this thing where she's like, bleh.
Oh God!
Like every time.
Oh my lord!
Like a cartoon character. Like she didn't like. It wasn't like she was throwing up. It was like a.
Dude, she's a hero. Okay, and that's the fact. She's allowed to make those noises after
Oh,
you come in someone's
every
mouth.
time it was just so funny, and I'm like, and I was like,
she goes.
the first.
She goes stinky.
she makes Yoshi noises. Bop, bop.
Because she could have spit it out, but like she never did. And the first time it happened, I was like, oh, I guess she didn't really like that. Like we don't have to do that anymore. But then she just kept doing it, and I'm like, okay, maybe it's just part of the process.
Oh my God.
So.
Spitting it out is grosser to me.
I don't know.
I wouldn't know.
Can't relate.
I would love to find out.
Yeah.
One day. Hey.
I remember asking somebody one time. It was like, you don't have to do that, right? Like you don't need to do that. And she was like, it's just more convenient. It's just less messy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that was like it was like a very practical answer. And I was like,
Because that other way it goes. It's like why you beat off into the toilet. Her mouth is the toilet.
Oh man, we haven't talked about that before.
I like to beat off in the toilet's mouth.
Yeah,
for the
thanks.
convenience
Thanks
factor.
Yeah, but it is the same.
I know.
It actually is the
I know.
same.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, because
You
it's
don't
just
treat
the most
you gotta
convenient
start
place to
treating
beat
your
off.
toilets better, bro.
Speaking of beating off,
What?
you at the this also
him.
happened at the club. The whole night at the club, I was getting mad. I was getting mad by the end. He's like, "This is a threat." Ludwig kept doing this thing. He thought it was so funny.
I
Drunk
did think
Ludwig
it was
thought
funny.
this was
I
so
thought it was
funny.
really funny.
He kept saying, "I'm gonna beat your dick. I'm gonna beat your dick." But while he would say it, he would punch me in the dick.
I like
And he
that.
thought,
you're-
the pun
I
was
just
so
punch him in the
funny.
dick.
But the problem is, the
Uh.
more Ludwig drinks, the less like careful he is about how
Oh, I
hard he's
wasn't
fucking
holding
punching
back.
me in the dick.
It's a
So
very
by-
mango thing
So
to
by
do.
the
I
end
was
of the
thinking that
fucking
exactly.
night, Ludwig's like, "I'm gonna beat your dick." He's like chasing me around the little fucking table at the club we're at.
Ah, you're a
like
little fat boy. I'm gonna beat your dick.
He's like, he's a fucking gremlin doing it, but the punches are getting fucking hard.
Uh-huh.
That is funny. You were right.
That was funny. I don't know why it was funny.
What was it?
Comments, let me
Did
know.
you
Was
draw
it
the
funny?
line? Did you say stop punching me in the dick? I don't like that.
No. Because you
it
know
was
what?
funny, so I kept laughing.
Because I hit the tip enough too. Because I knew where the tip was.
Yeah.
Because if I went lower, then it's not fun. Because then
Yeah,
he's
'cause
like,
it hurts.
"Oh."
Yeah.
But punching the dick doesn't
Punching
hurt that
the
much.
tip is like a fun little game.
It's a fun little game. It's a fun little game. We're gonna do that more.
no,
I forgot to include this in me and Austin squash the beef story, but I realized I remember the exact moment that the beef with me and him was squashed, and I decided I liked him because we were at Staub's comedy show, and while I was explaining something to him, I like moved my hand and I got a Coke, and me and him both ordered Cokes because I didn't know he doesn't drink either. So we were like bonding on that a little bit, and I smack my Coke right when it shows up. But the waitress comes, she walks away, I smack it, it goes fucking all over the table. And it's one of those like club tables where it's like there's like a ring around the edge, so all the Coke is contained by the
it
table.
doesn't spill off the edge.
And it's like
It's like a moat.
like no one can use the table
Yeah.
now. And Austin goes like, "Oh, don't worry." He takes his Coke and he fills mine to half, and he's like, "Don't worry."
I thought he was gonna pour his
No,
out.
Yeah, I
that
was
would be
like,
tight.
Miles Davis shit. Like,
But it was very sweet. And
Yeah.
Austin said "Opa" and poured it all over the floor.
he punched me in the
Yeah,
mouth.
Garcon.
I didn't know it was about a celebration.
Beef squash.
Yeah,
Austin and friends.
I thought there was an episode. It's the last episode of season 4 of Mad Men where Don Draper he's with his secretary and his kids on this trip, and his secretary, his kid like spills a milkshake all over the
This
fucking
is the
table.
the French secretary.
Yeah,
Yeah, and they
Megan.
end up together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he spilled it all over the table, and he starts freaking out. And Megan, the secretary, is like, "Oh, it's cool. We'll just clean it up." And then Don proposes to her in the next scene, and it's all because his ex-wife Betty would just freak the fuck out, and he was like, "Oh, people are normal. I need to lock this one down."
But it was so crazy because that part of the show, like Don Draper is like such a psychopath. But then at that point of the show, they're like, "But we're gonna make you like him. You're still gonna like him."
Oh, that's every point of
Hey,
the show. You're like, "Oh, I kind of
Dude,
like
they
this
did
guy."
Betty so dirty.
They do Betty pretty dirty.
Yeah, she gets fucking diced up.
Yeah.
by Matt Weiner.
Because like
I'm
like
only
Don.
in season 2.
Oh, sorry. Well, no, spoilers don't matter.
Okay.
That's right.
That's what you say,
That's fucking right.
Well,
bitch.
that's fine.
Oh no, this tone switch.
Uh-oh.
No,
Uh-oh.
you were live
Why
on
would
air,
you say
bro.
you're on season 2 then?
You were live on air,
Why
bro.
would you say you're on season 2?
You know you're
like
caught.
that?
You got caught slipping.
Oh, what-
Oh!
You look so dumb right
Dude,
now.
oh, I love this.
I'm gonna beat your.
Aiden
This
is
is
so
Christmas.
cringe. It is so cringe.
This is literally
Because
Christmas for
I
me.
knew they
No.
they got a
Can we end the
divorce,
episode
and
before
I
he can
didn't wanna
explain
know
too?
why.
Oh, what's that?
we end the episode before he can explain himself too.
Oh, absolutely.
So he has no
Are-
platform.
Are we in time?
No.
Have we had time?
Oh,
Ludwig?
we're right about there, fellas. We're
Oh,
right about there.
Well, that sounds really good.
I knew
then.
they got a divorce.
Dude,
I didn't
that's
want to know
awesome.
why.
Thank you guys so much for listening to The Yard. If you didn't know, we have a Patreon. We're close to 20K. So you want to go check out the Patreon. We do other shows. And anyone
Maybe
else?
we'll throw the secret gummy on there.
Oh, yeah. Maybe we'll throw that Secret Gummy episode of
Did
Ludwig.
we actually ever talk about on the podcast the interview with Susan? Because I don't know if we updated the podcast.
No.
Where
No.
did you post that?
Let me update on the Patreon episode then.
Susan,
Ah!
the CEO of YouTube?
That's right. That's right.
There's
That's
an
right, Nick.
update?
That's right, Nick. There's new news coming in really fast.
I guess we'll tell them on the Patreon episode.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. See you later.